So you grab their attention, you build trust and emotions, you show proof and clarity, and then you end with a sharp and clear call to action. And today I, Sheriff, will show you how this can be done effectively by breaking down a sales page that I've written for Iman Gadzhi's coaching program called Monetize as an example, and show you why each part works, the psychology behind it, the copywriting formulas being used, and also how you can apply those same principles to your sales pages to make the most amount of sales as possible. And to be honest, many principles that I will show you in this video can also be applied to many other stuff like emails, landing pages, and social media content, and more. And look, many people may think like having a VSL, making things look pretty, and having some testimonials is more than enough for a sales page. And actually, if you have a lot of social proof and you just want people to book a call with you, well, this is more of a landing page and this can actually work. But if you want people to land in your page and buy your coaching program, your course, now that's different. That's another game, and that's what I'll show you in this video. And whether you are an online coach running your own sales copy, or a copywriter trying to level up, or just someone who's curious about what makes people buy, this step-by-step breakdown is going to go over all of these aspects. So if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe to not miss more real and valuable content just like this. All right, so let's go. So first I have to give you some context about what Monetize is, so you understand better like what's the whole offer that I'm going to speak about in this sales page. So briefly, Monetize is a business education program that was built by Iman Gadzhi and his team to teach everyday people how to escape traditional careers and make profitable online businesses by using the same tactics that helped Iman go from broke and doubted to generating hundreds of millions of dollars online. So the goal behind Monetize is actually very simple. It's to give a real and practical system, like a step-by-step system to help people make money online. And the thing is that over the years, Monetize was selling different coaching offers to teach people how to start a profitable online business. And Iman Gadzhi was once selling this coaching program that was teaching people how to build a real business online in only 90 days without even followers, ads, or capital, or even showing their face. And according to him, Monetize was backed by $100 million in sales and more than 30,000 student results. And it was about this one coaching offer that I made the sales page for. Now I'm going to show you 9 solid steps that you can follow to make sure that your sales page actually makes sense. Okay, so here we go. So how to structure your sales page, the steps. So basically just remember these 9 checkpoints for your next sales page. Okay, so first thing first, what is the big promise of your coaching program? Right? Like, what is the transformation that you promise is going to happen to them if they follow and complete your coaching program? Like, what should happen in their life if they follow your program? You're supposed to know that. That's basics. So it's about the end results of your coaching program, right? And oftentimes people are going to use it in their headline to make it crystal clear what they're supposed to get from you, right? So be specific also. Be specific so it's easier for them to actually picture who they're supposed to become once they finish your coaching program. So for example, instead of saying the blueprint to make you rich in 2026, you can say something like the game plan that'll make you $1 million in only 10 days without doing any illegal actions. I haven't seen such a coaching offer yet, but you get the point. Number 2, go over their mind. Get inside their mind. Okay, this is where you create a connection and be relatable. So go over their pain, fears, desires, past failures. Basically, before you sell them anything, you have to show them that you understand what they're currently going through. So make them feel seen, okay? Make them feel seen. Like, if they don't feel like you get their problems, they won't trust you with your solution. But if you can explain their problems better than they can themselves, naturally, they'll look for you for the solution. And this is a very effective way to become a no-brainer option. It's not about the features of your coaching program, it's about the amount of trust that they have for you. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you think about it though, marketing, it's all about gaining someone's trust. Of course, it's to get more sales, but when you think about it, seriously, like when you think about it, it's all about just getting someone's trust. Anyway, like if a random guy asks you for $50, you probably ignore him, right? But if I, Sheriff, ask you for $50 because you trust me and you know me and you like me, well, you're gonna give it to me, right? Makes sense. And the difference is the level of trust. That's it. But for the random guy to get the $50 from you, he will need to market himself to gain your trust. And then maybe you would at least consider giving him your $50. Number 3, the big problem they're trying to solve. So now you have to clearly define the problem that they're facing. So don't just go for the surface level stuff, okay? Go for the real barrier that is stopping them from getting results. And one thing you can do, not just in sales page, but just in marketing in general, in your content, whatever, is to mention problems that they already have, they already know about it, but also problems that might come in the future if they don't act sooner. So basically, yes, you're aware that you have problems right now, but you might have even more problems if you don't act sooner, giving them some more urgency. And it's going to make them feel like the problem is actually bigger than what it is, because they're going to think, okay, if I don't act on this big problem right now, some more problems are going to pile up on it. So the more I wait, the bigger it's going to be and the costlier it's going to become. So might as well just buy this one coaching program right now. Speak about why they're stuck, what's blocking them, or even why their problems are still unsolved. Because most of your leads have tried different methods in the past, but why are they still at the beginning phase? Speak about that. Anyway, it's about framing the big problem in a way that makes them nod and say, yeah, That's what I'm going through right now, as much as possible. And of course, you should not just speak about the problems. That's way too depressive, all right? So also speak about the solutions. That's what you're here for. So speak about the solution to those problems, right? So basically what your offer is going to solve. So after you outline that problem, you're going to present your offer as the solution to those problems. But you're not just going to be like, look, here's my program. No. You want to make more sales out here, right? So what you're going to do is to present how your offer is going to solve their specific problems. Of course, make it practical, convenient, clear, and make it feel like this is exactly what they've been missing this whole time to go from A to B. And normally, if you're actually the expert you think you are, well, it should actually help them go from A to B. So speak like it, right? You are the expert who you think you are. And you really have the testimonials. If you don't, but you still know that you can do it, you have the confidence, show it, express it. Through your confidence, you're gonna actually get trust. So express it, okay? Express it through your content, your ads, your emails, even your webinars, your landing pages, and your sales pages, everything, every single marketing channels. I want you to express your confidence in your offer, okay? This is very important. And if you need help with the copywriting or backend funnel for any of those marketing channels that I just listed, go down in the description and book a one-on-one call with me. That way I can fix, improve, save your time, and boost your sales ASAP, like I've done with my previous clients. So yeah, your offer has to become the bridge between who they are today and who they want to become in the future, the identity that they want to reach, okay? Very, very important. Like people always say, people buy with their emotions and then justify their purchase with logic. So this is why you have to tap into their emotions whenever you're doing marketing, right? And look, I absolutely agree, but they're leaving something out that's really important, and I'm going to give you some deep marketing game right now. Basically, people don't just want to feel, right? They don't just want to feel, they don't just want emotions, they want to be, right? They don't want to, for example, feel rich, they want to become rich. So yes, it's good to tap into their emotions, but it's more important and it's going to bring you more sales if you can tap into the identity of the person that they want to become. If you can align with that person. They don't want to feel rich, they want to become rich. They don't want to feel like they can fix their back pain, they want to actually fix their back pain. You know what I mean? They don't want to feel like they can become fit, they want to become fit. So market more into the identity and not just the feeling of, for example, being fit. Right? You see the difference? There is the feeling and there is the identity. Both can really bring you sales, but one is going to bring you more. For example, our program is not just going to teach you business, it's going to teach you how you can also become the person who doesn't need to ask permission to live his life his own way. That's the type of angle that's more aligned to someone's dream identity. Now 5. The unique mechanism. What's your unique step-by-step way of achieving that big promise? So this is your secret sauce and basically what makes your offer better and different than others out there, than your competitors' offers, right? And by the way, some people just change the name, like basically copy other people's offers and just change the name of it, and sometimes it actually works. And what I'm trying to say is that you don't necessarily need to do some crazy stuff to make your offer different than others. I don't encourage you to copy and paste other people's craft, but I'm just saying again, you don't need to do some crazy stuff to make your offer sound different, like that much different than others, especially if you already have a lot of social proof. But you need that, you need a unique mechanism, because without that, well, you're just another course seller, another coach, another brand out there, okay? Show them your step-by-step method, your framework, your system, and this is what's gonna separate you from your competition. 6, why their past attempts, their past trials did not work, and what they, the viewers, or the past coaches of those viewers were doing wrong. Most likely, your leads have already tried something in the past to solve those problems, but they failed. Why? Let's address that, right? You need to address that, and then they're gonna feel seen even more. But listen, do not blame them. Do not blame your leads. Blame the bad advices that they were receiving. Blame the outdated strategies that they've gotten. The bad coaches out there who are talking like experts, but they are not, okay? Stuff like this, make them the victim. And this is also another way that you can separate yourself from other coaches. So what this does, that it removes their shame and gives them hope that this time, it will be different. This time, it will work out. And if your offer is actually that good and you're not scamming them, well, normally it should. 7, the features of your offer. So now I want you to break down what's actually inside your coaching program, what's in it for them, okay? So by the way, when it comes to marketing, people don't really care like that about the features. They only really care about the end result. So don't make it too long unless you have a bunch of stuff inside of your coaching program. That's different, but make it as short and brief as possible, because yes, of course, it's important to lay down the features of your offer so that they don't have any surprises once they purchase your offer and get inside. But you don't need to make it too long, okay? They don't care about it that much. So just go over the type of modules they'll have, the bonuses, the resources, the support. Just make it tangible. Show them the journey they'll go through. This will help them visualize themselves getting into actions and getting results. And by the way, here's a quick tip to make your features sound even better. So for example, instead of just saying you'll have access to weekly one-on-one coaching with me, you can say you'll have access to weekly one-on-one coaching with me so that me and my team make sure that you're still on track, getting closer and closer to your goals. Or like in our program, you'll have access to 5 different modules on sales calls only so that you don't shy back, be confident, and significantly increase the chances of closing your deals. Understood? All right, next. 8. So the guarantee. Why they're losing more by not trying your offer than trying it. So you need to flip the risk. So instead of, what if I buy and it doesn't work? Make them think, what if I don't buy and stay stuck? If you sell high ticket offers, I think this is very important, but like make them understand how costly it is to not take action, instead of only having a tunnel vision on the high ticket price, because now they're aware that the value is worth way more than the price. And then the urgency, so why now is the best moment to buy your coaching program. Give them a reason to act now and not later, basically. Limited time offer, price going up, bonus disappearing, or just the price of waiting too long, seeing people win on the sideline and never taking any opportunities, and seeing yourself rotting every single day and wasting your time every single day doing nothing when you know that you're supposed to do this one thing that was in your mind for years. Anything to bring FOMO. And don't be sleazy about it, just create a real incentive for them to make a decision today. Because without urgency, chances are they'll just say, let me think about it, and they'll just leave and never come back. Alright, so these are the 9 checkpoints to remember for your next sales page that you're going to build, and also some points that you can take for different types of marketing channels, whether it's for ads, emails, content, even more, okay? And look, this is also what I've included in the sales page that I've written for Iman Gadzhi, for Monetize, Iman Gadzhi's coaching program, that I'm going to show you very, very soon. And by the way, it's 11 pages long, so I can give you a lot of ideas, but you don't need to make it that long. Personally, I've seen coaches with sales pages that were even longer than that, some were shorter than that. It really depends. The length of your sales page is supposed to depend on the length of the trust and awareness that your audience already has on you. If it is in majority shown to cold leads, people at the top of funnel, it would be better to make it longer. 11 pages would actually be good because they need more convincing. They need more info as to why your coaching program is the best, like the one that they should purchase. But if they're at the bottom of funnel, like warm leads, now a long sales page might actually hurt your conversion rate. It's better to keep it shorter for them because you've already gained a good amount of trust from them. Remember, again, marketing is all about getting someone's trust. Then naturally, money is going to come in. That's it. It's like a friend asking you, for example, which laptop to buy. They already trust your taste and knowledge in laptop. So now your job is not to show him that you know so much about laptop and that you're so smart. It's just to help your friend click add to cart. If you sell a high ticket offer in your sales page, like $1,000 and plus, well, now your sales page should be longer because the investment is higher and it requires more convincing. And it's also not a bad way to make sure that only high quality clients buy your offer. And if it's a low ticket offer, like under $300, for example, well, now it's easier for them to buy because it doesn't require much investment. So make it shorter. It's going to facilitate the conversion. So rule of thumb, the less they know, the more you write. The more they trust you, the less you write. Alright? And for the brand voice, the way we're going to write, the tone of the writing, it's going to be very simple. Iman Gadzhi's voice is very simple. It's pretty much just direct, confident, and because he's young, it's like modern. So that's how I've written the sales page that I'm going to show you right now. And also don't worry, I'm not going to read all of the sales page. We're just going to go over the most important lines for each section. So now first thing you see, the pre-headline and the main headline. And this is where most people lose their audience. And quick disclaimer, never write pre-headline and main headline in your main sales page, okay? Never do that. This is just for the sake of this video that I've written this. Now look at this, for those serious about building their first 10K per month online business. So this is filtering. It's just telling the wrong people to leave and the right people to pay attention. Something I've seen many people do is right at the pre-headline, put some authority right there. So for example, they're going to do something like this. Wait, give me a second. They're going to do something like this. They're going to write like, non-figure entrepreneur reveals. This is something that I've seen many times. I don't know, like nine-figure digital marketer reveals, monetize, build a real online business in 90 days without, right? Stuff like this. This is something I've seen many times. They're gonna put some authority, some social proof right there, and then they're gonna put the main headline. All right, let's put it back. And then the main headline, so the one that's gonna be in big. So monetize, build a real online business in 90 days without ads, followers, or capital. And then under it, we can have another sub-headline. So backed by $100 million in sales and 30,000 student wins. Just to add some more social proof and reasons why they should stay and keep watching. So see what all of this is doing? So basically, this is the number one. It's the big promise. We're promising them a specific outcome. 10K per month with a real online business in only 90 days. And immediately removing 3 objections people may have. No audience, no money, no ads. Making the headline even more specific. And actually, this should be even bigger. This should be even bigger. Yeah, this should be even bigger. Give me a second. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is the formula for attention, right? So specific outcome, you remove the objections, and then you sprinkle some authority. And by the way, just to show you what I meant by pre-headline, main headline, and sub-headline. So this is the pre-headline, this is the main headline, and this is the sub-headline, okay? So just so you have a better idea, a better picture of what I meant by that and where they're placed in a sales page or a landing page. And something very important that I didn't add that many people add in their sales page is a video sales letter, a VSL. Look, if you add a VSL in your sales page, I can pretty much guarantee you that you'll have a higher conversion rate, seriously. It's pretty much like having a 24/7 salesman for your team, explaining to your viewers what they're supposed to get from your offer right from the bat, at the top. And then you can add a quick CTA right here to make it easy for those people who consume the VSL to purchase your coaching offer. And also, if you already have a VSL, I would advise you to not make the sales page as long as this one that I'm going to show you for this video, okay? Put some copy in there, but just don't make it 11 pages long, okay? Make it shorter than that, because they already consume the VSL, they already get all of the information in there. You can just shorten it up and make it easier for them to get straight up to the what's in it for them, the information about your coaching offer. And now comes the origin story of Iman Gadzhi, the owner of Monetize, and this is where your storytelling skills are supposed to come out. Look, storytelling skills are easily in the top 3 skills any marketer copywriter should have in their skill set, in my opinion. Everybody has their own story, which brings authenticity to everybody's brand, and this is why storytelling is so important. And also it's entertaining, and we also get to connect with that person. And this goes beyond sales pages, emails, especially content, even ads, everything. This is very powerful, okay? But at the same time, even though it's very powerful to use stories, you don't want to make it too long, because you also want to get to the what's in it for them as soon as possible. You want to get to the system, what your offer has to offer your viewers. So yeah, this is where authenticity becomes the biggest conversion tool. From broke and doubted to $100 million in sales. I didn't grow up with wealth, privilege, or connections. Just me and my single mom in a small London council flat. We barely scraped by. So notice how this starts. I didn't grow up with wealth, privilege, or connections. So this is not bragging, of course. It's just to look for relatability. Like, if he was able to go from that type of situation to a position where I want to be in life, I think it would be wise for me to listen to that person. At 17, I told her I was leaving school to go all in on my online business. She didn't cry or beg me to stay, but the fear in her eyes said everything, and I didn't blame her. We knew no one who tried what I was trying, but I knew something she didn't. You see this? But I knew something she didn't brings more curiosity to the whole copy, to the whole story, making them want to stay even longer. And right there, just with this short line, I just positioned Iman Gadzhi as someone who has something, a key information that the viewers don't. When everyone else was playing by the old rules, get a degree, work for 40 years, hope for the best, I discovered there was a whole different game being played. A game where even broke teenagers could build 8-figure businesses from their bedroom. And what I'm about to show you is the exact system that's creating millionaires in 2025. And then you could add a CTA right here. And look, if you have a VSL, I would recommend you to put one right here. And if you don't have a VSL, I would recommend you to only put the CTAs at the bottom, actually, to push them to only read the copy. And then at the end, once they're convinced, once they've seen all of the information about your coaching offer, well, they'll be warmer and it will be easier and more logical for them to actually buy your coaching program at that moment. But someone who has already watched the VSL already has the information necessary to click the link and buy the coaching program. And this is why I would recommend you to have a VSL. So if you don't have a VSL, the CTAs at the bottom of the sales page is not a bad idea. But if you have one CTA that's positioned quite at the top of the sales page, even if you don't have a VSL, you can actually help people who are already warm about your coaching offer to buy it more easily. And look what I've done here. Get a degree, work for 40 years, hope for the best. This represents the identity of the person that they don't want to become in the future. And then I go over an identity that they would like to align with. So broke teenagers who could build 8-figure businesses, and then creating millionaires in 2025. So millionaires in 2025. I'm marketing an identity that they would like to align with. And this is what my coaching offer, Monetize, Iman Gadzhi's coaching offer is there for. People don't buy coaching, they don't buy products, they buy you and they buy an identity. What I mean by that is they buy the fact that they're going to be coached by you, and they buy the identity that's aligned with who they want to become in the future. Basically the dream identity. And this is a quick idea that I had. Like, if I was actually writing for Iman Gadzhi, I would ask him to send me a picture of him when he was like a teenager with his mom, just to bring some more emotions to the copy, right? Because more emotions mean it's more relatable to their audience, because a lot of people don't want to achieve their dream identity just for themselves. Oftentimes it's also for the people who are close to them, who have always believed in them. For example, a lot of people don't just want to become fit for themselves, they want to become fit for their kids or their boyfriend or girlfriend. You know what I mean? Some people don't just want to make money for themselves, they want to make money to gift people who are around them or just to bring more positivity to the world. And look, introducing monetize. So now we introduce the offer, but notice the positioning. The first system designed specifically for the new rules of online business. That's category creation. It's not competing with other coaches, it's literally creating your own category for yourself. It's like the guru Brett Scales, who speaks a lot about the business model called freelance brand scaling, but if you look at it, it's pretty much like SMMA. But he found a way to create his own category, and he just did it by changing the name. Actually, I don't even know if it's Brett Scales who created it, but anyways. While others recycle the same old COVID era tactics, Monetize reveals the exact methods that are working right now. This is not a theory, this is motivation, and this is definitely not another mindset course. Do you see how I'm separating Iman from the competition? And I added is the full step-by-step system I've personally used to build multiple 8-figure businesses just to add more social proof, more authority. And if you want to add more confidence in the sales page, you can add something like this. And the same one my students use to consistently hit 10K plus per month in 90 days or less, just to add more confidence about your coaching offer and to tell them that you actually know what you're talking about and that you really can help them to get from point A to their dream identity. And then we have this, why 99% of people fail at making money online. It's basically saying you're not failing because you suck, you're failing because you're using dead strategies, old COVID era strategies. If you have tried to create an online business, you've probably experienced it. Everybody else appears to make it happen except you. You see the success stories, the screenshots, the testimonials, but when you try the same strategies, crickets. You followed all of the advice, no results. You see what I'm doing here? I'm getting inside of their head so that they can actually feel like, yes, I can come up with a solution, but it's not you. The rules have changed. You see? Remember, if you can explain someone's problems better than they can themselves, they'll naturally turn to you for the solution. But yeah, this line pretty much is what anybody feels when they're feeling stuck. So this is very relatable because this is a pain that's very relatable. So this is how we can connect with them even more and make them trust us even more. And here we dig even deeper in their heads. So basically we're just listing some very relatable stuff, very niche stuff that can actually happen in their life to make them understand that yes, we really know what you're going through right now. These aren't generic. These are specific situations that really happen to Iman Gadzhi's target audience. You have to do your research on your target audience, know their pain points, and dig deep in their mind. Be able to look through their lenses, how they perceive those problems, those pinpoints in their lives. The deeper you can go, the more money you can bring. And this is how some copywriters and marketers are able to bring more money to their business than some others. If you need help with that for your online business, whether you sell an info product like you're an online coach or you have an e-com brand, you can go down in the description and book a one-on-one call with me. And if you have a coaching business, you can get my free book to get 3 different powerful sales funnels to help you get more viewers of your social media content to become buyers of your coaching program. So now I'll go even deeper onto why they've been failing this whole time by telling them some lies that they've been told this whole time. And this is a very compelling way to separate Iman Gadzhi from his competitors and make him look like the one option that will finally make his clients go to their dream identity. I recommend you to do something like this too. And it's very effective because literally it reframes the limiting beliefs that they have. And again, it's not blaming them, it's blaming the lies they've been told. So this is very important because usually people don't read, they scheme. They scheme the whole copy, right? It's pretty rare that you have someone who actually reads the whole copy before buying something. They're gonna scheme it. So we have to make it easier for them to scheme the copy. So we're gonna usually use some images, some emojis to help them actually know where to read. Copywriters have been doing this for a very long time and it's for a reason. Is it to skim or to scheme? Scheme? Let me know in the comments. Basically, this is going to remove the shame of not being where they want to be right now and then give them hope that there is an offer, which is monetized, right? Our offer that is going to help them get to their dream identity. And now this is where we expand on the unique mechanism like I spoke in the beginning of this video, right? So what makes Monetize different? And once again, like I spoke about 30 seconds ago, making bullet points in form of images to help them scheme the whole copy. This is the secret sauce of Monetize. Like this is what's going to separate this offer from others out there. And the point of this small section is very important, is to remove the limiting beliefs and handle the objections that they have. So just to give you a better idea of what I mean by bullet points with images. So this is the landing page of Monetize and you can see a few images right here on the side and then the copy, okay? And this is another format, so you have a few images and then the copy. So this makes it easier for them to read the whole page, and then we have some more images and then right below some copy, again easier for them to scheme, and it's some bullet points. It's just a different design. Same thing here, images, copy with a different design. So I'm just giving you guys some ideas for your sales page. And then we have this section where we speak about what's inside of Monetize, so basically the features of the coaching offer that they will have. And notice how the names of the modules are not necessarily like boring, you know? like the ghost launch, the revenue multiplication matrix. So this is to bring more intrigue and personality to the brand. And doing stuff like this can help them do some future pacing. So basically picture themselves in the future. And they can also more clearly understand and see what they're supposed to become by the end of the program. And especially when it comes to high tickets, before showing the price in the sales page, they're probably going to think that the price is going to be very high. So we have to counter that by showing them how much value we have for them. And actually, once they understand the value of the offer, they're gonna feel like, okay, there's pretty much nothing that can be too expensive for this type of offer. Pretty much that the price of our offer is literally underpriced. And as you can see, available only during this launch to give them some more FOMO and let them understand like it's now that you can have those bonuses or never. And as you can see right here, this is something that's very common in sales pages. Basically, it's anchoring. So before they even see the price, they think in thousands. Like they think the price is going to be extremely high, but then they're going to see that the price is actually lower. So it's going to make it feel like it's a no-brainer to buy it now. And then of course, we have to let the past students who won with our program speak for themselves, right? We have to let them speak. So this is very, very important. The social proof, the testimonials. Of course, I don't have to speak much about it. It's very obvious that we need to put them in there. So this is a quick template that you guys can use for your sales page. And quick tip, put a lot of testimonials, of course, that's a no-brainer, but I don't advise you to only put on the front, at the top, the top amount of money that people have made. For example, this can look like kind of scammy. This is for the people who are in the make money online. This can look kind of scammy. When you also give light to people with less impressive results, you make it more relatable and realistic. Like it's good to show them that we know what we're doing and that we have some good results, but we also need to not hurt our credibility and how much they trust us. And this is a small section that I've added to make it more believable and relatable. To make them understand that, look, we're gonna keep it real. Statistically, not everybody makes the most impressive numbers, the big numbers, but most people who work with us win and get to the next level. And to make it even more of a no-brainer offer, we have the 90-day success guarantee. So do the work, don't hit 5K, I'll coach you personally till you do, right? So this is something a lot of people do. It depends on what your coaching offer has, but yeah, you have to mention it. Like at this point, I don't think we need to align the stars for you to understand that it's a no-brainer offer. Like we're literally guaranteeing your success, you know, this is how it's supposed to feel like. And then you have some more objection handling. So now I know what you might be thinking, right? So getting inside of their mind again before pitching the price. So what if I don't have time? What if I'm not tech savvy? What if my market is really unique? What if I've done other programs in the past? What if? This is an idea that you can use if you want to. And then we bring some more FOMO, but mind you, this offer disappears in 72 hours. No replays, next chance is in June and it will cost more. Don't let this be another what if story you'll regret. I forgot to put a dot here. So it's all about giving them a reason why they should buy now and not be like, let me think about it later and then just forget it, right? So urgency, and make it real, okay? Don't fake it, okay? Make it real. Like if you say like price is gonna go up, make it go up for real, okay? And this is something else that I've added in the sales page for you guys, just to give you an idea, okay? So basically I'm just replacing the value of ways of making money in real life with your coaching program that will teach them how to make even more. I mean, Iman Gadzhi's coaching program, but you get the point. So giving the value of time and money, right? So business consultant, this much, MBA program, this much, traditional business, if you want to start it, this much, and then one missed opportunity could cost you millions over the course of your lifetime. And it's true. The strategies inside Monetize have generated over $100 million in real business revenue. I could charge $20,000 for this and it will still be underpriced. But because you're serious and ready now, you're not paying $20,000. You're not even paying $10,000. Today only $1,497. And as you can see, we have the CTA right here. The price is presented with confidence, like no apologies, no like just $1,497. No. It's stated as the value it is. And compared to everything you've read before seeing the price, it really doesn't sound like much. And also you have the option of a payment plan. It depends on you if you have a payment plan. Some people don't, so yeah, it depends on you. And then as you can see, after giving the CTA right here, I got some more copy right here to give them more reasons why they should buy right now. CTA right here, some more copy. CTA right here. Notice how the CTAs are never the same, they're different. Then I have the footer and it's done, guys. Yeah, it's pretty much done. Different people are converted at different points in the sales page. Some people it's at the top after the VSL. Some people it's really at the bottom after reading a lot of the copy. Some people really need more information, the urgency, the guarantee, everything. And some people just with a headline and a few minutes in your VSL, they're really good. And look, what I'm going to say goes beyond sales pages, okay? It's also for different type of marketing channels, especially organic content. But look, it's important to have the formulas, right? The formulas that are proven, that you know work, and the strategy. But it's also very important to add your own authentic side, okay? Your authenticity. And that's something I love to tell people, especially online coaches, because it's like people, yes, they buy your coaching program, but they also buy you. the fact that they want to work with you and not someone else. You and your competitors, all of you guys are experts, but what's going to make the difference, it's not just the design of your page, of your sales page, of your landing page, it's also who you are as a person and how you relate with them, your audience, your target audience. Especially in today's day and age where we have social media and a bunch of people who don't really know how to be themselves. If you can be yourself and people can smell that you're really authentic, yes, you're always going to be unique. Even if you copy some other competitors, literally, like you can literally copy someone else like word for word, because you are yourself and you really are unapologetic about it, well, you can really be yourself and unique and still have people who want to work with you rather than your competitors. I'm not encouraging you to copy other coaches, okay? I'm just saying. Now, to summarize the whole sales page and show you that I really respected each checkpoints that I was speaking about, well, look. So one, the big promise, so I immediately tell the reader exactly what they're going to get. So build a real online business in 90 days without ads, followers, or capital. So right away, they know what the outcome looks like and that it's credible because of the backed by $100 million in sales and 30,000 plus student wins. So two, going over their mind to create connection and be relatable. So you've seen the success stories, the screenshots, the testimonials, but when you try the same strategies, crickets. You've followed all of the advice, no results. Now this creates empathy and makes the reader feel understood, which is crucial before offering a solution. The big problem they're trying to solve, so you're failing because you're using dead strategies in a game where the rules have changed. If you have tried to create an online business, you've probably experienced it. Everybody else appears to make it happen except you. You see how I've used it? And you know what? I'm not going to go all over it, okay? So I think you get the point. So the urgency, this offer disappears in 72 hours. The guarantee, 90-day guarantee, right? The features, so I was listing the modules. So, okay, I'm literally going over all of it. Why their past trials didn't work. So you're not failing because you're not talented, well-connected, or lucky enough. You're playing a new game with old strategies. Most teach outdated and general advice. Monetize is built on what works right now. What else? 5, the unique mechanism. So while others are still teaching the same old COVID era tactics, Monetize reveals to you the exact methods that are working right now. And for the solution to those problems, basically your offer. So yeah, you see how I've used all of those checkpoints. So I'm really encouraging you to take notes of the 9 checkpoints that I've talked about at the beginning of the video, and to use it for your own sales page, and also use all of the tips, marketing tips that I've told you throughout this video to create the best content, the best ads, the best emails, the best webinar, the best landing pages, the best marketing in general, the best VSLs, everything, okay? Because this video was actually more than just a masterclass on sales pages. Like, it was also going through a lot of marketing tips that you can use throughout your career as an online coach, as a e-com brand owner, everything. Now, for direct copywriting help, if you already know that you need help fixing some gaps in your sales funnel, in your marketing, well, you can go down in the description and book a one-on-one call with me. Or also, if you need a free audit of your whole marketing system, you can go down in the description and book a one-on-one call with me. Whether it's for your sales page, of course, your landing page, your VSL, your emails, your ad script, your content script, your webinar, or even the funnel backend, your marketing system, like setting up the backend for you, well, I can help you fix that ASAP like I've done for many of my clients. Or just grab my free book in the description to get 3 powerful sales funnels to help you get more viewers of your social media content to become buyers of your coaching program. And inside, I also break down the full sales funnel that help a guru make over 300K per month, right? It's all inside. Anyway, I think it's enough for today, right? So if you kept watching up until now, well, like and subscribe, and also leave a comment. If you don't know what to comment, just tell me how was the day. Did you have a good day, a bad day? Let me know, okay? I want to know. And share this video with someone who you think is going to benefit from the value that I shared with you in this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it, all right? So love, positivity, take care, hasta luego, a la prochaine. Ciao.